Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. As I was editing the last batch of episodes, I had the idea that we need to set a station right here-ish to serve as our building train, so we don't keep like blocking our iron train by just parking here. We've been using it quite a bit. I expect we'll be using it a bit more, so it seems like a good time to set that up. A stop, just call it main. Okay. And let's send you to that station. It appears you cannot go to that station for reasons. Oh, it's not finished. And looks like I forgot to get the signal. Okay, that'll send you on your way. And the iron train can now come in. And that's not correct. We want you to go to a stop there with a circuit condition. And we should have one set up for copper too, right? We do, but it's not named yet. Item equals copper ore. All right, and we can set you up with that one as well. All right, that looks good. Okay, so we're working on copper outposts, and there's a couple of things I wanted to do while we're here. One is to restock, so we can get some stuff being made. I also want to go up and try to repair that area. Let's see, we need gears. Lots and lots of gears for building turrets and stuff to get all that. And we don't have a factory making wall, do we? I think we talked about this earlier. Actually, let's get a couple of radar. Get a couple of radar on the radar. And let's see, I walked too far. And in our resupply here, what do we need to get? Someone had mentioned that there were mining drills here, and there are. Let's take those. Let's see. We don't need that many things like that. We could go and throw those in there. Probably could recycle them. Let's do that instead. That's what it's for. The excess of those in there, the excess of those in there. Let's grab basically all the undergrounds. And maybe grab like half of those. Blue inserters. We could use some blue inserters. Power poles, I'm just going to say yes. We probably need those. And anything else? We got track. We got a lot of garbage. Oh, I was gonna. We've got our supply of stone down there. I was gonna use that to create some walls. I probably want to just make a. Did I do that, or was that something I was just thinking about doing? Was to take off the excess wall. We really don't have a lot down there. Let's drop off trash first. That coal, that. And didn't I have a lot of... Yeah. Grenades. All right, we're pulling off... we're pulling off bricks here. Let's get a couple of those. And we can make 80 wall with that. Let's go ahead and get that process started. And I was wanting to set up a couple of things down here. We've got a cargo wagon. I would like to get another one, and I would like to get those being made down here. I think it's what? Iron, gears, and steel, which should fit in nicely like right here. So that'll go there, and then I'm going to set up walls right here, just like temporarily, because you should be able to grab off of that line right there. And I really don't know that this line even needs to go down any further. But we'll leave it for now. Iron, gear, copper, or actually steel, but whatever. Let's see, we don't need to do that there. We can do that both on this side. Maybe something like that right there. And get a couple of steel boxes. Let's actually get all the steel boxes. And let's throw some limits here. Let's say everything less than... I'm going to go with 4. Because that'll give us 4 here, and then I think 2 will stack up there. So that gives us 6. And that seems like a good number. And for you, let's say... I don't know, 200? I forget what those stack to, but that seems reasonable to me. And yeah, we've been making these boxes, so let's do that. We're getting attacked. Ooh, okay, and that's actually not far away. We can address that as well as address that northern attack that we were getting attacked by. All right, you guys work on that. That's a little bit on the concerning side. We're starting to get some much bigger biters. We don't have any ammo. We don't have any ammo, and there's a lot of badness happening down here. Do we have any backed up here? We don't. Oh, we're waiting on... it's copper. It's all copper. I should have got the car. Yeah, we'll fill up here, and then we'll also fill up on the way back. And we might have to just expand that out a little bit further. Let's see, do we have any military tech? The next ones require yellow, so I think we're about as good as we're going to get right now with the equipment that we have. Oh, getting attacked up there, too. Guys don't seem to be, like, low on ammo. I think you're just low on firepower and spitter power. I guess it's around blue where the spitters start to outrange the turrets, which is quite unfortunate. Let's see. We made stuff down here in the mall, but we didn't pick any of it up. So let's grab an additional one of these. What? Oh, less than 200. All right, well we can handcraft a little bit more. Boy, not very much more. But some more. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let's go ahead. We'll head up to the top of the base. We'll get all of that fortified, and then we'll get in the train and head off and make a little bit more copper, and I need to take that out. We'll get to it. But it was just one of those things that I'd had it for like 7 years, and it just was such a tank, and it always worked so well. And it finally died, and I had to let it go. And it was very sad. And I'm still a little bit sad about it, but I've got a new one now, and yeah, it's garbage. It's absolute total garbage. But, you know, they just don't make... I'm turning into an old fuddy-duddy. That's what it is. All right, so the walls will help with that, and I don't even know if the walls are going to help. Man, these things are getting pounded. That does not make me very excited. I should have went bigger, I think. Should have made those like size 4. 4 turrets instead of 3. Well, we'll know next playthrough. Yeah, I mean, biters were always annoying. It seems like I'm not giving them credit in this series. It's the desert map, I'm sure of it. I'm sure that has a big thing to do with it. All right. Well, hopefully we can hold them off just long enough to get to the next level defense. And you know what? I don't even think we've seen any. I feel like we were getting attacked over here somewhere. Didn't like the alert send us over here. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, I think we're in a good situation here to go and head back to the copper outpost and see if we can't get this finished up. I've been taking in a lot of your comments. Sorry, I have, you know, had things going on during the holidays and still kind of do to a little bit. Actually, I haven't played Factorio in a number of days. Part of that being the holidays and just all the busyness going on. Part of that being that I've been obsessed with Cataclysm and still am to some extent. Oh, there's radar. We did have that reserved. Oh, I guess that we got that from the blueprint there. That's got me a little concerned about our defensive situation here. So that may be something we want to address. And someone, speaking of comments, had mentioned that I pulled a Kitch here. Ah, right there. Again, appreciate very much pointing those out, especially with the way I'm doing this series and these big, long kind of... Generally, what I would do in a Factorio series is play like an episode or two, and then I go back and edit, and as I'm editing, I generally try to watch... Did we not grab any miners? Oh, we did. Our robots are just slow. And in this one, I'm doing like batches of like 5 and 6 episodes at a time, so it's not quite working out the same way. And because of that, I'm missing a lot more. I apologize. Boy, did we use all those walls? The answer to that is obviously yes. And you know what? I think I am going to remember. We'll just put an extra one there. That'll help a little bit. And we do not have any... Yeah, we do. We do have defenses up here. We can actually save a little bit of wall by using that rock as a wall. Taking advantage of the environment when you can, right? And by putting these walls around these turrets up here, I think we're almost guaranteeing that we will never get attacked from this area. We'll leave the tree. Do we not have... We don't have the ability to... See, I think that one's going to be important than this one down here. Actually, they're all important. But we got to do what we can. Here, let's get off this mining patch so we can get our little wayward robots. And I need to play a little bit with the robot charging. I guess I should probably do that. What's getting damaged? You guys down here. We probably need to set up some robots with some repair packs in this area. That would probably be wise. We've got a lot of... repair packs. That was something else I was going to automate. I'm going a million different directions here, aren't I? Let's focus. The rural port thing. I need to sit down and kind of figure out a good setup for that. And this would have been an ideal point to do it at because we're setting up a big outpost that has a lot of robot activity. There have been some suggestions, and I think I don't know what the solution. Several people have said something about batteries, and look, I did it again. Does that carry on? Did I copy and paste a blueprint bad, or what was that? Not sure. But yeah, no, the batteries versus more solar panels ideas there. I'm not quite entirely convinced one or the other. I think it's kind of an either or, depending on how much you use the robots. If you don't use them very often, except in big spurts, maybe the batteries would be an idea because they'd get a chance to charge up. But let's see, if we fill this with 2 more batteries, well, let's just kind of casually observe our power down here, and let's just see how long it takes for that battery to charge up. I have a feeling it's going to be a while. And it would definitely make the robots last longer, but once I think more solar panels would be better. Not saying anybody's right or wrong. That's just my gut right now is telling me that. All right, is this set up? Is this all working? You guys are powered down here. We just need to get some power over here to the miners. And that should get all those going. And let's double check our defense situation here. We've got a big open hole over on this side that I would like to plug up if possible. And since we don't have any walls, we don't have a lot of ammo, we'll just do that right there for now. Okay, pick up this. I don't think biters are going to eat the railroad tracks unless something has changed. Would surprise me if it did. But, yeah. And on the intersection thing, just to give you kind of some background, because someone had mentioned something about roundabouts and the original reason why I didn't have a 4-way junction, and it goes back to I actually looked this up. I started playing Factorio in 2014. It's been a while. I have an obscene number of hours in this game. I don't know how many hours I technically have because I've played on Steam. I have a excessively large amount on Steam, but I don't always play on Steam, and actually I haven't played on Steam in probably about a year. I have several instances set up for different mod setups and things like that, and different versions and stuff for multiplayer and different things. On my I play on the version that you basically download, the standalone version you download off their website, and that doesn't track the hours as far as I'm aware. So it's a ridiculous amount, but a lot of the and I know what you're thinking right now. It sure doesn't look like that with the way that you play. That's a valid criticism. But a lot of the habits that I've developed and haven't broken out yet are based on behaviors that I learned from days of old. There was a time where it was a lot better to, and I'm just running this power pole temporarily down here. This is not a permanent thing. I just want to get that station lit up. And actually, it would probably make more sense to continue this over. So let's do that. We'll just get this power pole configuration set up. And that'll power it from that side. And we'll decrease the silliness by a factor of 5. Yeah, so anyway, a lot of these habits that I've developed over the time, they're bad habits now, but they used to actually serve some sort of purpose. Anyway, where I was going with that is that back when I originally did the rail blueprint, I intentionally left the 4-way out because of train pathfinding issues. And I think it may have been that the train pathfinding issue was not a thing. It had been taken care of. But it used to make a lot more sense to not to try to avoid the four-way intersections, because with train pathfinding, it just could cause problems. Same thing with roundabouts. It was a very similar situation. The roundabouts would really confuse the pathfinding. And it was fine. It would work, but it was one of those things you would want to avoid because it didn't scale very well as far as game performance. Those issues are long gone, but it's still one of those things that's always been kind of in the back of my head as I play, that you don't do four-way intersections and you don't do roundabouts. I think I did roundabouts in some series, and they worked out fine. Was that the first Impractical Factorio? I don't even remember. But that's where a lot of this stuff is coming from. Same reason a lot of people made the comment of why I was trying to fix it with the intersection was for manual driving, and there's no real reason to manually drive anymore. I completely agree with that. There's not, because with the temporary train stations, I'm just a old school player and will never remember that I can do that. I've actually done it a couple times in this series. You know, I'm modernizing a bit. Not too set in my ways. Let's see. Pick up. Oh boy, I hope a train hasn't come over here. That would be a disaster, wouldn't it? Let's just double check. We don't have any copper over here. No, we don't. Okay, that's good. All right, and we'll call you. That'll be main. And you should be good to go, right? At a station. Pick up. Wait for a circuit condition. No, we won't. We'll wait until you have a full cargo inventory is what we'll do. And then you will go to main and empty cargo inventory. We're getting attacked, but remind me to revisit this. I had a thought. Where are we getting attacked? Up at the Iron Outpost. Okay, and we need to. I think our course of action right now is going to be to go and get walls and defenses and things like that set up. But that should fix copper. At least get a lot more copper ore going and help with that. Yeah, we got to work on some defenses. How many turrets do we have? We have 6. That's not going to be ample. All the turrets, come over here, grab all the walls, and I think that'll put us in a much better spot. I should have made more than 200. We're going to be building a big wall someday. Let's make that 2,000. Just to be on the safer side. And we'll help it along a little bit. That'll be good. All right, well, I think I'm going to wrap this episode up here. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode, where, yeah, we're gonna have to beef up some defenses, I believe. But look at that copper coming in. Lovely, lovely copper. You know what? Let's make it 3, just for fun. And that's not going to work with our balancer, but it'll be fine for now. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.